you're cleaning up, or when you're cleaning up, just cleaning up, just cleaning up. What's up, y'all? What's going on, everybody? Just cleaning up, just cleaning up, just cleaning up, just cleaning up. What's up, y'all? Oh yes, baby. Miss Claudia Jordan dropped down, honey. She dropped down and she had a little something to say. I said, oh, no, that's how I like it. I said, no, that's how I like it. Come on, tell me what you got to say. Listen, welcome to SpillitBoyTV, and this is kind of like a cleanup, and it's kind of like a hot topics with SpillitBoyTV kind of thing. Listen, yesterday I'm gonna get right on into. Should I do the regular intro? Should I do the regular intro? Or should I just get my broom out? I don't know. Let's do the regular intro. Let's do the regular intro. Just for shits and giggles. Okay. All right. Welcome to SpillitBoyTV. How y'all doing? Okay. So listen. Let's just go right on into it. Now, what happened was, okay, so over the weekend down in New Orleans, there was a conversation had by Funky Dineva and Claudia Jordan. And it was all, you know, they talked about a reunification, basically kind of getting the band back together and going to do whatever they're going to do. Now, we're all on board for whatever it is. But that's drama. That's drama because the separation of the two was nothing but drama. So here we are. So I had some things to say about the situation and how I felt about the situation, and that I didn't believe that it was impromptu. I felt as though it was performative. I felt as though the two of them, just watching them over the years, I couldn't imagine them allowing themselves to be handled by the other. I just couldn't. I couldn't imagine either one of them putting themselves in the vulnerable position of the other one being able to say, bitch, get out of my face and get on. So that was my take. Okay. Now I said that I've met Funky Dineva, but I am not friends with Funky Dineva. I am a fan of Funky Dineva's. I have never met Claudia Jordan. I've had interactions, over the internet with Claudia Jordan a few times, but I don't know Claudia Jordan, okay? A fan as well. Was she somewhere? I'm looking and seeing what's going on. Same thing. But from what I watch and what I picked up of their personalities, I did not believe for one moment that either one would put themselves in the vulnerable state of letting the other one be able to say, bitch, bye. Okay? So I gave my commentary. And then I went further. Okay? And I talked about, because that took us all the way back into how things separated out whenever they were on TGIF and all of it. We went down the whole line of the other people coming in and the Dustin Ross and the Conscious TV. And we did all that. I talked about people and I talked my shit. I said what I had to say. And I stand in what I have to say. Okay? So that was that. Now, this afternoon, Claudia Jordan dropped down into my comment section. And Claudia Jordan left me a message. And the message was this. She said, it was 1,000,000% impromptu. I only agreed to come by the party to say hello. As soon as I walked in, Funky already had the mic in his hand because he was hosting his party, talking to his Funky bunch, and he didn't even know I was walking in at that moment. The party was 12 to 4, and I was squeezing it in before my 3 p.m. panel call time at the convention. It was totally off the cuff, and I had no idea he was going to say what he said. That's why I was shocked. That was the first time we spoke since he left the show. He texted me the day before out of the blue and asked if I was at Essence. I said, I'm on my way. He invited me to his party. I was open to it. He asked for some pics. I sent them, and he put them on the flyer. And I said, I can't wait to see what the comments are after this. That was the only conversation we've had in over a year. So, sir, you are wrong about your assessment. Okay, so in essence, Miss Claudia dropped down and cleaned me up, honey. She said, no, you're wrong. Take it back. Okay, so listen. I ain't got no problem with that. And I think Claudia's watched things that I've done before. She's seen comments that I've left before. And I think she knows that, listen, if I say something wrong, I got no problem with saying that I said something wrong. Now, I told y'all, I didn't even really know where the function was. I didn't know how it all transpired. I came full out and told y'all, I know what I know. I ain't making nothing up. This is how I feel. This is what I'm feeling. I'm looking at something that is a little performative. Now, in essence, on Funky's part, it was. On Funky's part, it was because, as she said here, he absolutely did contact you before. Didn't give you the context of all of what he was doing, but he did contact you before and pretty much knew that you were open to coming and that you were coming. So the ground was laid. It was a safe space. It was a safe space. So I was corrected. Now, he did not just put himself out there like, oh, you were going to give him bitch bye. He didn't. So I said, okay, now here's the thing. Now I went back because now I completely respect that Claudia dropped down and got me together. I do, because I'm not beyond being cleaned up. I'm not. But I wrote back, I said, thank you for this, Claudia. I stand corrected. Thank you for taking the time. Okay? Thank you for taking the time. And I did. I appreciated that because I didn't know. She put the context to it. And that's cool. Now let's go forth. Claudia then responded again, and she said, SpillitBoyTV, my pleasure. Y'all know, and she throws shade, it's in capitals, as a former journalist, and she laughed out loud, I like the real facts to be presented. My best friend, Annie, was with me as we stopped by real quick because I asked her to come with because I didn't know what the vibes were going to be when I got there. And plus, we were heading down to the convention center to promote our movie and had limited time. When she heard Funky start talking to me on the mic, she pulled her camera out. I haven't posted yet. But yeah, I was shocked when he texted me the day before out of the blue, and then shocked he did that at his event. It was a nice moment. Agreed. I did hear about him saying he wanted us back on his channel, but he hadn't called me to talk to me about it. So it was just out there in the YouTube atmosphere. So that was the last thing that Claudia actually wrote. And I'm going to say it again. Claudia Jordan is Claudia Jordan, okay? So I appreciate that she literally took the time to actually clear it up. Now, I said I got more to say. I said I got more to say. Because she gave me my shit. And she did clean me up, and that's cool. But the broom belonged to me. Okay? The broom do belong to me. And I still say I wasn't wrong about who I envisioned the two of them to be, because both were nervous, both tested the water, but neither one walked in like, okay, where you could just say, bitch, get out of my face. It was very clear. It was very clear that the ground was safe to be walked on. And that was the point that I was making. Now, I am wrong. I was totally wrong in the fact that I said, I just feel like they already talked about it. I felt as though, and I said it, I felt as though the deal has already been cut and we just waiting. I could not see them having that conversation in front of people and never having any type of conversation. So I will stand in that I was wrong, and I apologize. I apologize. I was wrong. I will take that one on the chin. I'll take it on the chin. Now, I made my statements in the public. I made my statements in the public. I said what I had to say in the public. So I came back. I was going to come live anyway. When I seen the first comment, y'all know who I am. I was going to come and apologize to Claudia for that piece in the public, because that's where I said it. Now, there was, and I lied because there's another, Claudia did leave another message. There was another message. Wait a minute. Here it is. There's another piece, okay? So for that part, the funky part, the performative part, I will, and yes, Duchess Kelly Love, it was a grown folk interaction, and I was wrong. I really didn't. I didn't give the two of them enough credit. So I take it back. I take it back. I apologize. I was wrong. Not a problem. So Claudia went on, as I said, more. So she did. Went on. Now that's that for that part of it. Claudia also says, I guess as she was going on watching, she said, and I told Conscious that I was going to bring his name to the producers, and I did. And I got overruled. I was mad about that. I didn't promise him to be on the show. I said I would tell them I wanted him on, which I did. And he knows this. Then they shut down the tryout super fast, and I was upset because I wanted more YouTubers to get a shot. I wanted Alex to get a shot, Mims, Van Latham, Godfrey, and some others. But I was cut at the knees. I wanted Dustin too, but my co-host hated on that. T. Really, Al, bitch? Really? I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so I didn't get in the way I wanted it. I didn't get it the way I wanted it. I wanted several people to try out and make it a 2-month thing to make it like a contest. But again, I don't own or run the network. Remember how short the window was. I absolutely do, Claudia. So again, now I'm going to give you your points. And the thing, Claudia ain't no punk. Okay, I've been doing this thing with Claudia since she was on Housewives. Okay, me and Claudia have actually, we didn't actually bump heads. We just didn't agree on something. And she said, I don't agree with that shit. And I said, well, that's your problem. We've done this before, back when she was on Housewives. Okay, so I like that she's not a punk and that she don't feel as though she's too big to say, I'll engage you. Just said some shit I don't agree with. So I'll give her points on that. Now, This part of it about Conscious TV. Now, I have very strong feelings about the situation with Conscious TV. And I spoke very freely and very candidly about how I felt about the Conscious TV thing. I felt as though she used him, and I felt as though she kind of reached out to the other YouTubers and things through Conscious TV, and I felt like he got the shitty end of the stick, and he didn't even get the chance to really get all eyes on him. That's how I felt. I'm not taking that back. I'm not taking that back. I get everything she's saying. I understand how business works. I understand, and I get that, and I had no way of getting that type of information. So again, thank you, Claudia, for giving me that. And then again, like I said, I'm not friends with Claudia. I don't know Claudia. I'm not in contact with Claudia, so I don't have a way to even invite her to have actually been here for this. Hopefully she'll watch the video and she'll see what I have to say. But I appreciate her giving me her stance on what actually transpired, because she didn't have to. She didn't have to. But my feelings about that Conscious thing, I don't know. It just felt kind of to me. It felt kind of Now, this whole little thing about Al, what's the problem with Al and Conscious TV? I mean, come on. We had Armand, we had T.S. Madison, we had, what's the problem with, not Conscious TV, I'm sorry, with him too, and Dustin. What about Dustin? What about Dustin? Nervous? What's going on? So that's really, oh yeah, we have Flame. So I don't see, I would love to know what Al's hang up was with a Dustin. I can't tell you what it is about a Dustin. You've seen him, right? I said it. You've seen him. And yeah, that's just a male thing, I guess. That's a LGBTQ situation. Those things happen. But I don't know about that thing with Conscious. But I had a very nasty taste in my mouth for how things went down with Conscious TV. And in the past, I said this some yesterday, Conscious TV has said in the past, when this was going down, he said, everything is cool. Claudia is going to take care of me. Everything is cool. And I was like, okay. And for me, that meant stand down and shut your damn mouth. And I pretty much did, but I did walk away I felt away. He didn't go into any details. I understood that because, again, they have a friendship or some type of a relationship, and I don't have nothing to do with that. I'm just an onlooker. But I felt how I felt. That's why I said what I had to say. Okay, now I'm listening, and I took everything in that Claudia just shared. I wasn't privy to that information because, again, Conscious TV didn't go that deep with it. And I'm not friends with Conscious TV. I'm a fan of Conscious TVs. I call him Beauty. I don't even call him Conscious TV. I call him Beauty. I lives for him. And I was feeling the kind of way about Beauty and how it went down with Beauty. I just thought it was unfair. But, again, I appreciate Claudia giving me the context. I appreciate it. I still feel some kind of way. That may not mean anything to anybody, but I feel some kind of way about it. But I get it. I don't know why she got shut down when it came to him, but I didn't care for it. Nope. And thanks for the tea, Claudia, because Al and Dustin, now you're making me feel another kind of way. And y'all was asking why not Al? Because they asked yesterday, why did I not want to see the show back with Al? And it wasn't anything personal. Al wasn't entertaining to me. That was just my own little thing. That was my own, when I sit down and I'm like, no. Funky Al and Claudia, no, it already fell apart, however it was, so we could do something different. That's just me. That's just me. I don't know. The Al and Funky thing didn't never knock me out. Claudia and Funky together was cool. And Dustin, I listened. I was good with Dustin on there, period. And Al could have went. That was just always my thing. Even when Armand was there, Al just was kind of the odd man out. But I think that was supposed to be his part in it or whatever. I don't know. But I don't have nothing personal against Al. I just never found Al entertaining. And that's just my thing. Nothing against Al. Nothing against Al. But why are you hating on Dustin, though? Hey, all right, honey, I guess. Don't hate on Dustin. Leave Dustin alone, Al. And leave Conscience alone, too. I don't know. Anyway, so, all right, so that was that. You show off in public, you get handled in public. Again, I issue my apology for being wrong, which, yeah, I ain't too big to say I was wrong. I didn't build no narrative. I didn't try to push nothing that wasn't. I told you how I seen it. I told you how I felt. Thank you for clearing it up. Okay, I got to take that. I got to take it. I'll take it as truth, and it's cool. It's cool. But I still do, Claudia, feel some kind of way about the whole Conscious thing. So, girl, get on with it, honey. Whatever that is that you're going to do for Conscious, get on with it, honey. Anyway, so that's that. That's really that. Nothing more, nothing less. And I still say a little bit performative with the whole. I don't know about that part, Claudia. Because when you said that Funky reached out to you and asked you for pictures, and then he threw you onto the flyer. Well, I guess you would come because, again, you checked it and made sure that the ground was safe. But didn't you just end up? Let me shut up. Now I'm starting shit. Because I'm going to say, because when he took and got pictures of you and threw you on the flyer, then you actually ended up being a draw for the party. Did you get paid? That ain't none of my business. See, that's the messy bitch in me, honey. But you just been advertised as the talent. So a little bit performative, but I'll take it. I'll take it how you said it. I got to take you at your word, sister. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. But I made comments that she cleared up. Those comments were not the actual truth. Those were my feelings. She cleared it up. So there we go. You said that's going to be another live. It shouldn't be. I think that's a fair question. Isn't that a fair question? Let me say, Trey said, no shade, Funky is all right, but he has shown that he is dead set on doing the least amount of work for the most amount of money. Ham and Al were both unprepared and unprofessional on many episodes. Okay. Funky seems to be tired of doing his own show on his own now. It's a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot because he's gone. It's a lot. And it couldn't, all those things could be true because it literally is a lot. It's not him standing there with the camera anymore. You know what I mean? He is a production now. See, because the beginnings, well, we fell in love with Funky Dineva. He was Funky Dineva Ross. I fell in love with Funky Dineva Ross. It was literally him turning on the camera like I'm doing now. I don't have anybody else in the background doing anything for me. I'm doing everything myself. That's a different dynamic. That's a different dynamic. So, yeah, it's a lot more money. It's a lot more preparation. There's nobody helping with the stories. Well, I don't know if he does now, but when you're all by yourself, you're literally by yourself. There's not a team behind you. So that could be true. That could be true. And not only that, I believe him when he said there's basically money on the floor because that show, that whole dynamic is not really out there. Now, if you want to count the Carlos King, Dustin, and Claudia thing, sure, because I guess they're like every Monday as well. So, sure, I guess. But he sees something. He sees a business opportunity, and obviously so did Claudia. So, Hey, and they are like what, the only panel show? Ain't nobody competing with them. Who's competing with them? So it could be all those things. It could be all those things. And I don't know about them. Again, that was more information about doing the show over at his place. That raises more questions, but I guess I should shut my mouth and wait. I guess I should shut my mouth and wait, because that was the thing over at Funky. Funky wasn't in control of anything when it was Fox Soul. It was Fox Soul's situation. If they go over to Funky's house, well, like he said equal pay, equal. He wanted to do it equal pay, equal billing, basically, equal powers, and all of that. And that wasn't the case over at Fox Soul. That wasn't the case over at Fox Soul at all. Truly, over at Fox Soul ran and owned everything, but Claudia was the person in over at Fox Soul. She was over there. He was basically playing in her playground while he was over at Fox Soul, which is why there was pay disparage. You know, how could you be making what I'm making? Wouldn't that be a slap in my face when I brought you in? So I guess we'll see. We will see what's going to go on. All of that part is not our business. And again, it was just hard for me to even fathom that they would discuss it in the open like that, giving other people a chance to try to get in. Because yes, Funky is that girl. Claudia is that girl. When you get down to, there's other people who could actually try to jump out here and do it first and try to get in the space. So that's why I was like, I don't see them doing that. I just didn't see them having that conversation. But I've been told that I was wrong. They had the conversation. They had it in the public. Again, I still don't. Me personally, the whole apology thing, I never took it as an apology, and I've seen that in all the videos that people had posted. This apology, I never saw what happened as an apology. I didn't feel like it was an apology. I felt like it was just a conversation. It sounded like a business proposal to me. It didn't sound like an apology because, again, at the end of the day, I didn't feel like it was an apology was warranted. I thought it was all just a business thing. It felt like a business decision. I want this. Y'all aren't willing to give me that, so I'm going over here and do this. I'm not doing that for that no more. That's the same way. I mean, that's the same way that I would handle anything. I would handle Verizon like that and AT&T. Okay, here we go. It's time to re-up on some pay and things like that. Oh, you don't want to give me more money and I feel like I deserve more money and I can go over here and I can sell cell phones over there. Okay, well, I'm going over there and sell cell phones. Y'all do what y'all going to do. And then I go on over here. When I start selling cell phones, you back to selling pagers. Why I owe an apology? I owe you no damn apology. That's how I saw it. So I just laughed when I seen all of this. Funky came out and apologized to Claudia. Did he? Did he? Okay, if y'all say so. That just sounds like a business proposition to me. I'm going to shut up right there. I'm just going to leave it right there. Just going to put a pin in it. And I will sit and I will wait to see what y'all do next. And I'll be watching. I will be watching. Ain't nothing personal. It's just how I see it. All right, y'all, listen. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Claudia, thank you for clearing up. Thank you for engaging. I appreciate it. It's cool. No harm, no foul, sis. Listen, I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all have a good one. Bye.